So the name of this thing, the name of what we're doing tonight. You know how I sometimes like to, I do long game series, multi-part, longer games, single-player games. That's usually the norm. Every once in a while on this channel, every once in a while on this channel, we we do some one-off stuff. Sometimes that one-off stuff is bizarre, weird. Every once in a while. And I should say that this first game is probably going to hit that mark. Probably going to hit that mark for sure. It's called Online Simulator. I earlier this week was trolling the bundle, the racial equality bundle from several months back, trying to see if there was something interesting to kind of pick out for a random whatever. I wanted something different. I wanted something short. And I think this exactly fit that bill. So I downloaded it earlier this week, set it for basically tonight. And yeah, you'll see. So I'm going to read two things here. I'm going to read the first thing. It's like a game summary. So it says, tired of spam, unpleasant pages, and viruses? We cater your online experiences to fit your own needs. From gamer to online shopper to dental expansion fetishist, we've got you covered. Browsing the online leaves you open to all sorts of nasty viruses like the online sickness. Those who use Online Simulator instead are 100% likely to never not contract online sickness. Sounds simple enough, right? And then the other thing I want to read is, especially if you're watching live, if you're watching archived, I feel as if it's only fair to give this warning that's also on the store page. Just so, if this sounds like something you would not want to see, which is potentially totally understandable, then maybe peruse one of my many other videos on the channel, one of my other series, because there's plenty that doesn't contain this stuff. But it says contains mature content, including sexual themes, portrayal of abusive relationships, violence, and body horror. 17 plus. So, if any of those things sounds like something that would not bring you pleasure, I would say click away now and watch something else. Go to another channel or come back in like an hour or so and I'll be on Melody Memory. Or, like I said, if you're watching archived, go watch something else on my channel. That'd be dope too. And follow me on Twitch. Sorry, I'm like clicking around here. So, my throat's all gross. I didn't actually try to boot this game up, so I don't actually know how we're going to capture it. We'll see what happens, what presents itself when we click this open. I'm hoping this goes smoothly and there's no problem. I know that's a lot to ask for sometimes, and I'm hoping some audio doesn't blast me in the ears, or you in the ears as well. Alright, I'm gonna try clicking. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I'm gonna try this. Yes. It did work. Okay, so if I click away, it goes away on my screen, but not on yours, not the viewers, which is always nice. If you're gonna have a thing where I click off and it goes away, that's fine for when I stream, as long as the viewer still would see it. It just disappears and then I gotta reopen it. All right, so get ready for probably a lot of weirdness. I'm gonna be be honest, I don't know much about this. Like I said, I can only see what was presented on the storefront page on itch.io, and it's for sure going to probably be bizarre and show some things that I had said that's there at the top of the opening of the stream. So, fair warning. Online Simulator version 1.05.31. Would you like to begin a new simulation? Yes. Analyzing user profile. Oh my god. Am I a little scared? I'm a little scared. I'm a little scared. Fear the unknown, man. Running simulation, love in the time of malware. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. Oh yeah, that's Rick Astley. Yeah. Great. Start the stream with a meme. Great. Oh, that did spook me. You just start. Oh my god. Let me go ahead and turn down audio just slightly there. Is this like a what would it, not vaporwave, right? But it's definitely sampling kind of like Rick Astley here. Pay no attention. Mature viewers only. Well, what I have in mind is the most lascivious, lewd, titillating, priapism-inducing, dirty of activities. Waiting room magazines. Nothing is more pornographic to me than seeing someone read them. So please give it to me. Flip those boring pages. Page flipper. Let's go. What is... It's a seduction meter there. Flip faster? Oh, that was the end of the page. You're flipping those pages so well. Thank you. Do something. Please, that was exhilarating. I'm really hoping nothing bannable happens to me tonight. That's like the least, that's the biggest thing I can hope for. Okay, doctor, your patient is ready. And your patient is me. Let's get to second base. Toothbrusher. Oh no. I hope if you're watching you don't have... Sweet Tooth encountered an error. Your session has been terminated. Sorry. What? Say it ain't so. Unfortunately, it is so. I said I was sorry, okay? Oh, that's strange. Okay. Please enter my password. Hint. Password hint. Feeling blue. You don't know what I typed. What could it have been? What could I have done? Chatter. Sweet Tooth. Oh, we're back in. Just when you thought getting drilled was so fun. Just cavity filling fun. Oh, we're back here. Is it gonna crash again? There are a few procedures scheduled for today. Are you feeling ready for the next step? What are you wearing? I'm wearing Food Co. 16-gallon Army Rations Drum Discount American Goods. Well, anyway, it's not time for the procedure yet. Who's the patient? There's no answer to that question yet. We have time beforehand for the naughty stuff. Do you have any special kinks? I don't know what that is. Oh, she wants to do the... Oh, yeah, let me go ahead and, Is the game gonna crash on me again? It was exhilarating. Alright, game, don't Don't crash on me here. Alright, well. No, not allowing to do that, I guess. Okay, so there's a clock. There's a, what is this? Connection wizard. Select a connection. Hail and well met. I am the connection wizard. And hint. Childhood pet. Oh, simple. Dog. Damn it. So I'm not connected to the internet. Is that maybe why the game keeps the quote game? Am I gonna actually want to click the garbage can? Remove from, no, I didn't want to undo. Control Z. Oh, I just removed it from the garbage, so it's here now. Bobby. What is this? Enter another password. Everything is password protected. Password hint. Laboratory that raised monkey. I just put a nonsensical word. Okay, so that's protected as well. Then there's, oh, okay, so I need passwords. System. What's in system? Bobby, documents. Oh. It's like I need passwords. Oh. Wait, I didn't mean, I wanted to go back. No. What the hell is that? What am I looking at? Back. Okay, well, pictures. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Jay the deer? Paranormal investigator, animal strength, speed. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, human IQ. Well, that's good. Okay. Jay the deer 2. Oh no. I already am like ah! Oh no. Oh god, this, okay. Whoever's computer this is how do I put this? Into teeth. Oh no. I don't like those pictures, so I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Bobby. Docs. Passwords. Connection. Wonderful. Password lucky. Password lucky. Lucky. Oh, connected to the internet. Okay. Uh-oh. Wind up teeth online saved chat logs. How do I see messages? Oh no. Saved chat logs. Oh no. Oh my god, look at all this shit, dude. Alright. Send a message. Bone spear. It's very difficult to read. I emerged from my cave, which I've hollowed out from a tooth. I'm holding conversation with animal crackers. Am I wind up teeth then? I'm wind up teeth. I'm talking with animal crackers. I emerged from my cave, which I've hollowed out from a tooth. I'm holding a bone spear. I'm decked out to the fucking nines in my badass Mad Maxian bone armor. Howdy, brother. I'm gonna be honest, I thought you might have died. Who are you? Oh, bro, don't hurt my feelings, man. Your boy knows you wouldn't forget him. Let's maybe drop the negging for once. My homie Turd ate shit falling off a fucking tooth outcropping. May he rest in fucking peace, though, for serious. Now I'm just me and my tooth beasts. I nod sagely to one of my groaning pink monstrosities. It doesn't really react, but I'm pretty sure I've successfully domesticated them. I'm sorry about Turd. Tooth beast. You're lucky if you haven't come across one by now, because they are 20 feet tall everywhere, and they love killing. So, my dude, how have you been doing? Want to exchange some apocalypse life hacks? Where are you? This is very weird already. SoCal represent. Please explain. Apocalypse? Okay. I gaze to the mountains on the horizon. It's just me and my tooth pets. I can't believe Turd fucking died. I've seen a lot of horrors in this world. Who knows where this all started? I saw it when it all went down, rippling down the earth and bringing death to all it touched. I'm living off the land now with my herds and my cave, keeping touch with the other survivors whose computers are mysteriously still active. Like Dogscape? Yes, we are basically looking at a Dogscape type of situation, but with teeth. Here's my advice to you, my friend. Those long, brittle tree teeth with the long roots, your friend, you can fashion it into a spear, and basically you're going to have to Minecraft your way up into basically being the baddest monster shepherd in the uncanny valley, if you have any hopes of surviving. But that's cool, dude. I completely believe in you. I'm distracted. My thoughts are somewhere else. You notice that I'm still gazing off at the... Stop. I'm trying to read. It's going too fast. I missed a thing. I've been a really good bro. Just remember, if you are feeling thirsty, you can always drill your way down until you hit gums. What the hell? Good news is it's a universal source of water. Bad news is that the water's blood and you're going to have to get used to drinking it. Is there a way to, like, scroll? Oh, no, Can I not scroll this conversation? I guess not. I guess I just missed it. I guess if you're watching archive, though, you can, I'll read the archived chats in a second. Very weird to click with. The bad news, water's blood, yeah. Are you going? Wait, don't leave. I still have questions. I have so many questions, if I'm being very honest. It's really basically a learning curve you'll catch on in no time. Farewell, my bro. Farewell. Puppy boy. Currently unavailable. Special Agent Mulder. Great. I was like, I could not read. Alright, they're all unavailable and I can't do shit. But I've had previous conversations with them. I guess we'll just start. Alright, gotta do my reading here. I say, hello, my good sir. I introduced myself. It's like, are we RPing? I introduced myself earlier on the Freaks bulletin forums. Hello, I am oral cosmetic surgeon, 15 years. You had question? Yes, I have questions. But first, are you familiar with the dental expansion fantasy? Oh, Jesus. As an oral cosmetic surgeon, yes, I have had many DE fantasy patient. Wonderful. And what procedures do they seek? There are a few procedures. Dental implant show most success. All patient reach stage 1 growth, never stage 2. Also promising is experimental dental drug osteodendrite. It is a source of ossification syndrome, but still in NHP testing, not ready for human consume. Have you ever worked with this stuff? No, on account of still in testing. And if I was interested in acquiring some, best place is online marketplace, or wait until federal approved. Take care. Some online marketplaces will give you online sickness. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Love to help. Lovely. All right. Animal crackers. Hey, my dudeski. I just heard some information that's relevant to your spiritual tooth quest. And I'm like, hey, won't be dope as fuck if I can get the teeth guy in on this dot biz. No one told you I gave you all the animal crackers I had left. Good riddance, though. I am right, brother. Smashing. So you found another cracker source? Here's the thing, broski. Broski? Broski. Oh, yes. I'm not sure about the pills. I downloaded a weird game called Sweet Tooth before the incident and thought nothing of it. But I swear my boy... Turd. I was like, what is... The effect on the screen is very jarring to read. Played that game. Got what I had. Worse even. He never even touched the crackers. Extra teeth are all up and down his tongue on my ass off. It's fucked. You really pulled through for my boy. Thanks. I shall continue testing the pills nonetheless and look into this game as well. No problems, bro. Let me know how the quest goes. Lol. Okay. A lot of Special Agent Mulder conversations here. Oh, this is a long one. Okay. My entrance is silent. You hear and suspect nothing. I am dressed all in black. My face is concealed behind a mask. Monkey is getting ready for bed. He's just finishing, changing, and you're lucky to catch a glimpse at his body, lithe, hairless, pale. He crosses in the kitchen for a glass of water and is still none the wiser to your presence. I savor the sight of the young, beautiful man, but I do not allow it to distract me as I am professional. I simply continue my stealthy pursuit. It takes you a few moments to react as I gag you from behind with a cloth soaked in chloroform. You attempt to scream and struggle, but the attempts are futile and you're quickly unconscious. Hey, that's kind of God modding, saying that I scream. Oh my god. Hey, Jesus, I'm too familiar with this whole update. Nah, man, I love streaming to Twitch on my Windows 86. Hey, that's kind of God modding saying that I scream, but it's okay because I'd probably do that anyway. Lol. What can I call you? You can call me Monkey. Oh, Jesus, what is going on here? You can call me Robert, but for the sake of our game, keep it Master. I feel like by the end of this game, I'm gonna be very upset that I even decided to do this. But all right, here we go. Hee hee. Well, pleased to meet you, Robert. Whoops, I mean Master. Heh. When you wake up, I have your arms zip tied to the exposed pipe. This is very difficult to read sometimes. In a small room with no windows, I sitting in a chair across the room. It's the latest tech, the 1984 Macintosh Apple computer, personal computer. I do all my RPing on my Mac. My Macintosh 1984. I spent a pretty penny. Monkey is still groggy from the drugs, but he manages to shout anyway. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Please settle down. I only ask that you trust me and listen to what I have to say. Trust you? You have me tied to the fucking thing. Monkey yanks at his restraints to no avail. I understand the frustration you must be feeling now, but we are getting nowhere like this. If you just listen, I'll explain some things. Maybe we can see about loosing the ties. Losing. Monkey realizes he has nothing to gain in the situation by fighting at the moment, so he stops pulling at his restraints. Okay, I'm listening. Was that so hard? Now allow me to explain. What is this? I kidnapped you. I'll just go with that. Monkey gives you a looking at the camera like the Office face. Oh my god. Oh god. I don't know why. That got me. Okay, monkey gives you looking at the camera like the office face. Oh, really? I missed that. Um, what the fuck is this game, anyways? So I had a little opening bit at the beginning, where I explained it a bit, but I'm not 100% sure. But I will give the warning that I kind of gave at the beginning of the stream. This is apparently a very fucked up kind of game. Um, I don't know much about it. I know there's apparently some mystery to the game, and it has very, if you haven't guessed already, and we've gotten barely scratched the surface, there's some very uh, weird topics discussed, I should say. I know you just joined in here, but whoever's computer this is, who goes by the name Wind Up Teeth, is again, I'm going to be very delicate when saying is very into teeth. Extremely into teeth. Ignoring the interruption. I kidnapped you. Yeah, it looks very much like, it does have that whole aesthetic where it's like, oh, it's there's something deeper behind it all, which in all that I can see, because I obviously don't want to spoil myself, and I don't think this is a super long game at all. It definitely gives off that vibe from like the store page and stuff, and obviously I'm going to do just the slightest amount of research before I stream a random game I got, from a bundle from itch.io, but like I basically wanted to make sure that it was stream safe, which I think it is. And then other than that, yeah, I don't know much. So we're kind of just in for the ride here. I've kidnapped you, but I've done this for a reason. Hope that right now I'm reading chat logs from obviously like an IM thing. So, and I haven't been playing much. I hope that in time you can understand the beauty and the scale and the horror of the wonderful thing that you are to become a part of. But for now, rest assured that you'll be unharmed and taken care of, and all will be explained in time. I assume this is just like some RPing that this person and whoever Special Agent Mulder is. Yeah, that was basically the conclusion I came to. Although there was, this part I didn't do a ton of research. It's also the title just being called Online Simulator. When I typed that into Google to like check something really quick and see if it was safe, it's a pretty general sounding thing. So there's maybe a small off chance that there's another thing called Online Simulator, that's the category. But I assumed I was safe. The store page, if you find this on like itch.io or Steam, because I guess it was also on Steam, I saw, it does say it's intended for mature 17 plus audiences. So there's that. So what is this? Are you a crazy person? Are you going to kill me? I sigh and rub my temples. I told you to listen, and then you don't listen to me when I tell you you're going to be unharmed. Frankly, you've been kind of difficult right now. Do you hear yourself right now? The only thing I can hear right now is a spoiled brat. If you're not going to cooperate, we can continue this later. I produce a syringe from my pocket and uncap it. Okay, what is that? What in the needle? What in the needle? I swear, I won't yell anymore. It is a simple sedative. It seems you need time before you're ready to talk. I approach you. Monkey scoots away from you as far as he can. No, we don't need to do that, okay? Just back off and we can talk about monkey screams for help. I pause as you carry on and then step away. Are you about done? If you think I would hold someone hostage in a basement that isn't soundproof, then you're even duller than I thought. I'll come back later and see if you feel like listening. Monkey is still in a panicked state, eyes wide and breathing heavily on the mattress as you leave. It was a pleasure, Monkey, and now I depart to leave you in the dark loneliness of your cell to think about your next actions. As for mine, well, I guess you'll have to wait. Wait, hold up, are you giving up? That was really good stuff. Are you going to chatter me again? All right, that was a long, compared to the other ones, that was a long one. We'll come back. I'll come back to the chat logs here. I want to see, just make sure. Like, I already got that out of there. I'm really curious if there's a way to actually get this working. Like, if you're curious about what this game is actually, I'm gonna try. Do you have chatter? Let's chatter right here. Well, anyway, it's not time. It's not time. Physical procedures, routine experimental dental drug. We have time beforehand for the naughty stuff. Do you have any kinks? Okay, so I'm just gonna go straight to the point here. You don't know what that is. Okay, so we're back to this whole. I feel like there's gotta be. I assume there's probably some secret answer to give during that spot. You know? Alright, we'll see if the game crashes when I do this again. And yep, and then the game crashes. Encountered an error. Your session has been terminated. Say it ain't so. Okay. I feel like there's some trick to this. I know a game called No Players Online. It's like a PS1 graphics CSGO meta horror game. That sounds really familiar for some reason. There's very much a Rick Astley sample in that. Someone's messaging me. Sorry, let me get back to this person real quick. Noticed. Okay. Just need to make sure. So yeah, it definitely is a Rick Astley sample used in that, which I assume is just giving off the weird vibes of this whole thing. It's interesting. I'm interested. So what you've missed, there was that Sweet Tooth thing where it just crashes at the end of this. There's a gallery, which some of these pictures are very weird, and you'll start to see things about teeth, like an OC Sonic thing, and their qualities. Only he might be into deer, so like, it's very weird. This is very bizarre. Whoever's computer this is really into teeth for sure, and then possibly deer. Deer or just the idea of hunting, which is honestly very creepy to me. This is, and then the other thing, we connected to the internet. We found the password for this, so that's good. That was one thing done, and that allowed us to access our chatter thing. Beyond that, we have not done much. I'm gonna keep going. I might as well, because I'm really curious. I mean, we'll just read these. It's fine. Really into my RPing. So I shouldn't say whoever's computer this is, just because I don't want to be mistaken for this person who might be really into teeth. I nudge your shoulder and wake you up from your deep slumber. Hello again, monkey. I trust that you've slept well. It's time for your next dose. Hey, where'd you go last time? You don't actually have to leave if you say you're going away. Kinda let me down. Man, so, God, really going back to, like, my history. Really, like, early on, internet for me, which was, like, we didn't get, like, decently usable internet in my family till I was, like, in, probably, like, 8th grade or whatever. And I frequented, like, a fan forum for Pokemon way back in the day. And I not even frequently, sometimes occasionally, probably is more accurate. We do, like, different, nothing weird. I know it's bad because of this context that we're speaking about, but do different, like, RP, different, like, topics and shit. Like, It was always like, because it was a Pokemon form, it was like, oh, it's an RP about having a Pokemon or whatever. And so like just seeing like the parenthetical um, typing and stuff for like out of world like RPing just brings me back to like just that time. Maybe he's just a dentist and also a hunter. I mean, that's one way of looking at it. That's the very modest way of looking at it. You'll find that when roleplay is concerned, mine bleeds into my own reality quite a bit. You see, I have a number of my own dental patients to attend to. Okay, so maybe he is a dentist. But here's the thing, that then gets creepy if he's really into teeth, like in like a fetishization way. Then like haha, wow, you're an actual dentist too. That's wild. Are you just getting off all the time? Oh no. Only when I'm kidnapping and dental expanding people. I open your mouth with my fingers and check your progress. It seems new dentition is already occurring. A second row of small teeth protrudes from above your front teeth. Oh no. Still groggy from the medicine, as well as blurry-eyed from the osteodendrite. Where am I? Who are you? Let's not do this whole song and dance again, shall we? We have established that you are calling me master. What I've yet to explain is the nature of my experiments, and as I am kind and fair, I will let you in on the details. I am a fanatic of the dental expansion fantasy. Answers are potential questions. I have scoured the online like a snake crawling through a series of so many tubes, and found that I am insatiable. Yeah, it sounds, if we're to believe this person, that he is a dentist and that he is also really into teeth, like extremely. Very. I wonder if that's like immoral. Like if you start growing up, let's say you find out that you're like into teeth. It's a weird thing to say. At like the age of like, I don't know, let's say like 14 or 15. And then at that point you're like, all right, I can set myself through like dental school, whatever you have to fucking do. Like, is that a bad thing? Like morally, it's like, I'm really into teeth. I'm going to become a dentist for this reason. Like, is that morally wrong? Who knows? I guess you could say that about a lot of professions, though. I mean, people could be into whatever they want, I'm a fanatic of the dental expansion fantasy. I scoured the online and found that I'm insatiable. Artwork and literature of all sorts on the subject, and though much has proved titillating, I find that conducting these experiments is what I find most fulfilling. And so I reach out to freaks across the online to recruit new and willing subjects. Oh god. To partake in the world's first large-scale dental expansion. Monkey. I can't get over that he's just calling Monkey. Monkey blinks and listens. He's slack-jawed. And his eyes roll in his head, fixing in his master's face. I don't understand. Why me? You're pathetic. You are alone and seek the company of strangers online. What was once a fantasy in the back of your mind now consumes your libido. You need dental expansion. I know you because I'm a genius scientist, and you are just like all my other subjects. What you need to understand is that I is what you always wanted, a master to follow. Always in the contractions cut out the V. It's very bizarre to read. As your teeth grow and new teeth come in, and they grow and merge together, continue to grow, you will come to realize this. The drugs give you the release you want. A mindless tooth pet. I know it's very bizarre that I picked on out of all the weirdness that I'm reading currently, it was very weird for me to fixate on the fact that they just take out the V in all the contractions. I said that that's a weird thing when there's weird things aplenty on the screen. But yeah, just Special Agent Mulder says, OMG, this is really, really good and all. Please don't take this the wrong way, but I have boundaries, and would you please stay away from calling me pathetic and stuff? Certainly, my good sir. I'm truly sorry you were offended. Monkey blinks and nods. I did want this. Why I posted that personal, but I don't want to be here. I want to be home. This is your home, monkey. This 50 square foot soundproof room, the bed, the toilet, you live here. Just lay down in your warm bed and calm down, okay? I climb up into bed, get snuggled into the sheets. Yes, monkey, just like that. Let sleep take you. There's nothing to worry about. The new teeth are taking up a lot of energy. You need your sleep. I'll be back with food to give you hourly checkup. You're being so good and brave. You're going to make it there. You're going to be the perfect life form. You're going to be the perfect tooth pet. Oh, God. And when I'm feeling blue, I'll have you to use and enjoy. Falls asleep. Hello? Is this how you do it? You just go offline? Yeah, I'm mysterious. Okay, so yeah. Very possible, very likely this person is an actual dentist, right? But I'm not going to rule out the fact that this person's also potentially just lying. Monkey. All right, I don't know what these mean when they're red, but at least that's a marker. I'm going to... Feeling blue. No, there was... Get out of here. There was something... Back. System. Laboratory that raised monkey. Okay, so I saw this earlier. I was trying to access it. Laboratory that raised monkey. So was there somewhere in the... What I'm essentially feeling is that at some point in this chatter log, I need something that explains the log cannot be found. Oh, are all these... Oh, no. Well, gosh dang. Okay, just had to make sure. At the beginning of this... Monkey. Was the name of the lab ever said? I wonder. Okay, so things we have not gotten into then. Okay, that's just back to... Okay. So I don't know what this is. We have not opened this or this. I'm gonna go escargot. GL Labs from Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion. That's the good job. That's the answer. Good thing I had to stream Spooky's Mansion just a couple months ago to get that answer. It all makes sense now. This was all destiny. Escargot, your only online marketplace. Oh, I'm shopping on the internet. Your only online marketplace. Welcome back, Rob W. Okay, I assume that's my name. Recent purchases. What have I bought? Heavy duty frame. What is this, for bed? 16-gallon Food Co. military rations. 24-piece tooth extraction toolkit. That's lovely. Escargot is a product of Vunder Heavy Industries. Click here to read more about our family of companies. It seems to be like the only thing I can really click. So I will go ahead. I'm all for this being very bizarre and weird and maybe potentially upsetting. I'm just really hoping that there's no like fucking jump scares. Speaking of Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, I just don't want to be like weirdly getting like reading something and then just something to pop up on the screen, because I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna delete this game off the stream, my computer, and we'll never see the ending of this. It's a hard and fast rule here. Okay, Vunder Heavy Industries was established in 1890 as one of the first great American corporations. Since their conception as a mega conglomerate of heavy metal synthesis companies, Vunder has branched out to meet all of you and your family's needs. God, this font moving back and forth is very weird. Very hard to read sometimes. Whether it's our gourmet meals from Food Co., reliable tools from Supply Co., or toys and games from Toy Glow, our family has got your family's back. Vunder works hard to meet the needs of families because we ourselves are a family-owned company. current CEO Robert Wonder Sr. and heir Robert Jr. know what it's like to be a part of a family, and they think your friendly neighborhood mega conglomerate owner should know what a family is too. All right, so immediately what jumps out here, Robert Wonder Sr., and then heir Robert Jr., and then, of course, if we go back, Rob W., right? So Rob, I'm making sure I'm not Rob W. So my Robert Jr., am I the heir to escargot? No, not the heir to escargot. Don't say that, Austin. Am I the heir? I'm a dentist. I'm into teeth. And my father owns Vunder Heavy Industries, which escargot is a product of, and I'm the heir. Great. Are you talking about like the fucking like really classic like you have to move your mouse around the maze and if you touch the edge then it does the fucking jump scare thing? Daily News Online, because every other news source is lying. Cool. Oh, I can type. I thought I could type. Oh, I can type. It's just to see what... No? We don't like this? I don't pick a basic page cannot be found. Well, damn. All right. Yes, that is. All right, Daily News, because every other news source is lying. Top headline, June 12th, 2018. Vunder heir found dead. Oh my god. Okay. So we're all right. We're seeing the mystery unfold right before our eyes. We just had to kind of look through the weirdness, but we're starting to see the mystery present itself. So the Vunder heir, which I had just established, I thought was the person. We go back escargot. I thought I was playing this person. Because it said, oh, well, like, the escargot shopping thing recognized me, at least I'm logged in as Rob W. But is that just, am I, like, taking on the persona of this person? Is this person, am I this person? Did I fake a death? Am I just a random other person? There's so many options. An alternate universe with only Bing. Current heir to Vunder Heavy Industries, 32-year-old Robert Wonder Jr. was found dead in his basement, Rochester police report. Read more. Oh, here we go. These are the best things. 15 insane ways immigrants are mind controlling your brain and what you can do to stop them. I'll probably take you to like an InfoWars page. Celebrities cellulite fails, and also why guns should be allowed in church. No. You won't believe magazining, the new deviant sex act. Are your teens doing it? Fucking teens, man. Apparently the woman in the game, that game we were playing earlier, she, I think, was really into magazining when I was turning the pages. I think that's what that's alluding to. Read in our printed edition available at your local supply co. About Daily News. Read more about Daily News. Yeah, I'll read this. Daily News is a beacon of truth and justice in the shadows cast by the mainstream media. Yep, okay. While network news reports the profitable stories that special interests want to hear, we are dedicated to showing the truth. Daily News has been America's sole source of truth and journalistic integrity since its establishment in '96. Not only does Daily News have the support of the NRA, oh God, the CFCR, Crusade for Christians' Rights, and the AASI, Association for Anglo-Saxon Identity, we are also backed by the President of the United States himself. I mean, I think this game came out in I mean, 2017, 2018. It's obviously alluding to that. That's a no-brainer. As the president said in a 2017 interview, can't trust the fake news in these liberal rags. Daily news is the only thing I use the online for. Go ahead and get fed lies and mind control by the abortionists and immigrants of the liberal media. I know the truth. The team at Daily News is also committed to traditional Christian morals, and we understand what being in a family means. We ourselves are part of the Wunder Heavy Industries family of companies, standing alongside proud American institutions, including Supply Co. and S-Cargo. Oh, I only just got the S-Cargo and Supply Co. I'm like reading into like the context of like what this mystery is, and like I'm missing the obvious. S-Cargo. Yes, the outgoing president, Doodle Drop. Doodle Dip. We're happy to provide you and your family with all the food, housing, media, and anything else they might need. All at the fair price we choose. Okay, so this company sucks. This is a company that has its own shop. It's like think of like an Amazon, but if Amazon also got into housing really like right-wing extremist like news, calling everything else, lamestream media or something. That's basically what this is like. It's like if Amazon was like, hey, we're just going to get really shitty, I'm going to read more of this then. Wunder Air found dead. We read that part. We definitely suspect foul play, says Sheriff Tony Baker. The wall looks like it was smashed down with sledgehammers, and since obviously nobody would break out from the inside, it's a breaking and entering situation we're dealing with here. Autopsy results show clearly that the victim was mauled by something shaped like antlers, like a deer, and crushed beneath a heavy weight with hooves. Local residents are advised to keep an eye out for any immigrants holding antler or hoof-shaped tools or any other type of tools. If suspected of the murder of Wunder, said immigrants should be reported to your local authorities. Great. There's no current heir to the company. CEO Steve Devine seems unconcerned about the Wunder's future. The new successor will be determined by the company's board. As current CEO, Devine was selected following the tragic death of Robert Wunder Sr. When interviewed by televised media, he commented, "We here at Wunder acknowledge the loss of the family member of my former colleague. As always, we will move forward with tenacity and strength for the good of America. I will never give up on you." What the fuck is going on? Okay. Alright, so we didn't really get much answers, though, from this. Oh, wait. That was that. Oh, shit. Okay. So we got... I fucking love this thing. Okay, so we need passwords. We need a password for this. Which hint is laboratory that raised monkey. And then, not this. And then password for that. For this. Which the hint is just feeling blue. I'm really hoping I didn't just like pass on something though. Like really obvious. Can I not scroll up on this? It's very bizarre that I can't scroll up on that. Because I missed something, but I assume if I can't scroll up on it, then it's not going to house something important, Okay, so lab that raised monkey. I can only assume it has to then... I mean, this might be a bold assumption on my part, but I would assume that means it's something with this guy who just wants to be called monkey, which is, again, I cannot stress this enough, very weird. Monkey's getting ready for bed. Ooh. What's the verbiage on the, No, wrong one, Austin. What are you doing? It's that, right? Stop. Ah! I clicked out of the game. Oh. That scared me for a second. I thought the game crashed. That was actually very scary. I clicked out of the game and then everything went out because my mouse is not locked in. Okay. I mean, what's the chance that one of these pictures has a hint? Like, one of these very upsetting... Oh, no. Stop with this. Feeling blue. Feeling blue. I mean... Okay, I can't talk to that person anymore. We've already... I have too many windows popped up here. Lab that... Lab that house... One more time because I have bad memory. Let me fucking in. Let me in. Laboratory that raised monkey. Laboratory that raised monkey. Laboratory monkey. Reject reality, become monkey. Reject humanity, become monkey. Unless it's something like I've been thinking too much. What if like the answer is Special Agent Mulder? I mean, that seems dumb, right? That's this person's name. But I read this and I didn't catch a name of like a lab. You know, like Okay, I'm going to... Let's try... Damn it. You can't see what I entered, but I put deer. Because the deer pictures were blue. And deer seem to be important for some reason, maybe? I feel this is like one of those things where it's like probably an obvious answer, and instead I just feel like I'm unsmart, you know? Feeling blue. Abu-dee-da-bu-da. Eiffel 65. Okay, so these pictures are something, right? And you would think there would maybe be some reason. Oh no. This is very upsetting. Jay the deer? Paranormal investigator? Animal strength and speed? Human IQ? Is this a hint to something? Jay the deer. Look at how happy he is. Just ignore this picture. And just only think about this. It's my deer OC. Don't steal. There's... I'm pretty sure I clicked everywhere else. I think I just... What is this? Oh, that's bizarre that you can click outside of them. It's just a programming thing. I thought I found a secret by hovering over this. But no, it's just this. It's just Lucky. Lucky 1989. It seems like a dog. The dog's name was Lucky. So that we got one hint. We got the Lucky from, and that opened up this. So the pictures, maybe that was the only hint in the pictures. Maybe I should stop looking at the pictures. Not think about that, you know? Food Co. Supply Co. I mean, I'd hate to go back into this. This is very upsetting. I have to hear the Rick Astley sample every time I open this. Oh god. I assume there's something to be... There's gotta be something to fill into that section. Oh, this is a different song. Is it? Or maybe I've heard this before already. What happens if I just don't do this? If I don't proceed with this horrifying... It's not gonna go away. I must. Ah, shit. Say it ain't so. Okay. You know what this game could use? Like a hint system. Just need to be pointed in some direction. Passwords. Password lucky. Connection wonderful. This doesn't help. This is like missing. Also, the fact that you can scroll deeper down into it made me thought I literally thought for a second, oh, I figured it out. I have to scroll down more, but there's nothing. That's upsetting. Oh, this is weird. It's different pictures this time. I don't think that's accurate. This might be a mistake on the game. Or it's intentional. Well, they're all showing as this. What is this? Why is... What the hell? See, this is the type of unsettling thing where I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Is it intentionally doing the wrong things? Because, like, this is supposed to do the OC thing. The OC character. I feel like the game is just fucking up, but... I also don't know shit. Oh, do you see why it's doing that? It's because... I see. Yeah, the game is, like, messing up for some reason. It thinks it's down here for... whatever reason. Huh. I'm very close to just trying to search the internet for... use the non-internet simulator and use the actual internet to just figure out what the fuck direction I'm supposed to go. Because my guess is that the monkey thing is related to these chat logs, but I cannot for the life of me. Can't even fit Special Agent Mulder into that. Laboratory that raised monkey. In the real world, is there a famous laboratory that raised a monkey at some point? God, I'm dumb sometimes. Is there a famous lab that raised a monkey? This doesn't do anything. I don't want to look at those pictures anymore. Let's be honest. All right, internet. View page. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, well, I think I found at least the answer to something. I didn't want to spoil myself too much, so. Is this the hint? Okay, feeling blue. I don't know why. It doesn't explain. I don't understand why. I put in monkey. What is this? Oh, more chat logs. More reading. Cool. Alright. Hey, I know you normally want to message first. I get it, but I just wanted you to know that I got home safe from the airport. Are you away from the keyboard or are you just not answering? Sorry that was stupid. I'm sorry that I'm always so needy. But yeah, what you said about still running around with your other subjects IRL was just hard to understand. But I think I get it. Well, I've got to go, but I'll talk to you later. Monkey, it is very human to have doubts about this, about me. But what you are a part of is more than human. What the fuck is this? I'm glad we've come to mutual understanding. I'll continue my online subjects who have all so far shown little to no progress. Maybe a few extra incisors or centimeter of new thickness. Oh, Jesus. You're special, monkey. Your teeth have already grown beyond the bounds of normalcy, sprouting up in such wonderful ridges of ossa. Before the first dose of osteodendrite was even administered. I'm so proud to have you. But I need your complete cooperation as our experiment enters the next stage. I'll continue to respect your boundaries as an individual and keep the controlling elements of our fantasy in our online chats. But a few things will need to change. Oh. Okay, so this is... It seems as though whoever this wind-up teeth is person, where they had the line where it's like, oh, my RPing and real life blends or whatever. Like, this went from RP to actually doing a thing, which is bizarre. I need your faith that I'm a professional, that I'm committed to you fully. I will not have you giving up on me when you are the perfect subject. I need to see you frequently, maybe every month. I will fly you here. Money is no object, and finally stop saying sorry. It's a pathetic word. It fits a toothed slave, but I won't have it. It makes me cringe whenever I see it. That is all, monkey. I look forward to our continued correspondence. Okay. Oh, this is a lot more. Okay. Well, we're in it. The wheels are in motion. Your second week of examination will begin within the week. Monkey stirs from his sleep, still moving sluggishly as if in an only semi-awake state. He turns the massive bulk of his head in your direction and moans. Oh, jeez. Yes, your checkup. I produced my measuring tools and take some measurements with forceps and a measuring tape. It is looking fantastic. You're in stage 2, or at least that's what I can determine from the photos. So regarding the plane tickets, I will be emailing the online copy to you. Do you have a printer? Monkey lifts a feeble arm and points at your measuring tool. What is stage 2? Stage 1 is additional dentition along the gum line and moderate teeth fusion. Stage 2 is additional dentition on soft tissue along the lining of the mouth, esophagus, and stomach, as well as teeth fusion up to 18 centimeters extra. Stage 3, the final stage, is teeth fusion greater than 18 centimeters coming together in a unique structure is our goal here. Forgetfulness is a side effect of osteodendrite, and I normally approve of your commitment to roleplay, but I've explained this before. I feel like you're just stalling an important conversation. I need you to confirm that you'll be able to get on the plane. I'm sorry, Bobby. Robert. Okay, yes. So confirmation, it seems that Wind Up Teeth is Robert Jr., whose computer this is, who had died at some point. So then me holding this mouse is not Robert, I would assume, unless he faked his death. That'd be weird. Or the story's false. Sorry, Bobby, I'm all down to continue the examinations. I really am. I'm sorry if I don't seem excited about this. But I don't like this level of commitment to the roleplay. You just came down to give me skips and do measurements and feed me. Sorry, but I wanted some, I don't know, us time, you know? Sorry. No, you're very committed to this. Please, what have I said about sorry? Look, I can tell you that you had your hesitations. I've told you time and time again that I know you better than you know yourself. I can read you like a web page. If more personal time between us is what you want, then I will happily provide. But do understand that the drugs, the measuring, it all needs to happen if you want this to work out. Yes, I get that, and yes, I do have a printer. I love you, and I have a lot of faith in you that you're going to change the world. I'm sorry that you had one chance at this ended up being such a coward. Promise I'm going to keep trying. I want this as much as you do. I just think I'd go crazy if you deserted me in that cell again. But just so you know, I really did love the new home you built for me, and I'm not against spending. Sorry about that. More time alone in there. It's all part of the fantasy, of course. But I just want to take things slow. I understand, Monkey. I love you too. The flight is on April 1st. April Fool's Day. We will continue our checkups daily until then. Yes, okay, Bobby, you're still there. Sorry, it just gets lonely here, you know. What did I say about sorry? This is very weird because, well, it's weird for a lot of reasons. But I feel like a very intrepid editor could just take a lot of the words I've said in this game stream and just splice them together for some incriminating things that are said with my voice. All the arrangements have been made for your flight. May 1st. That is the day your next examination will begin. Excuse me, just a habit. I meant visit. It's okay. Just a mistake. I understand. Monkey, I'd like to make you an offer. You are now in stage 3. You cannot leave your home without fear of seeing other people. I know how you live, alone, secluded, minimal trips outside. But now even going out for food and supplies and your teeth get mistaken for a mask. Getting you through the airport with such advanced ossification syndrome may soon become problematic for that very reason. Yes, it's been tiring. Life feels like a dream. Only online feels real anymore. You don't have to be alone. I can take care of you. We can live in this fantasy together now. Oh boy. I only bought a one-way ticket. The choice is yours. You can return to your old home or you can choose to live with me. Wow, I didn't expect that, Bobby. I don't know. I need to think about it. I understand. Take your time and think about it, but the offer is serious. It'll be hard to say goodbye to this condo. I think I own it. Raised in a shitty lab. And all I got was this lousy apartment. Never was much, but it made it a home. I never really went out. I don't even know how this works, or that works. If I own it, can I just leave? Well, figure all this out, Monkey. That's what I do, Monkey. I figure things out. You know this. I've already made one miracle happen. It's all thanks to you. I'm scared. I think the teeth are still growing. Whatever happens, we will be together. You are everything to me. Okay. I'm going to go back to this guy here thing really quick. See, this is higher. This is such high level thinking that I don't think. Like, I'm so thrown off by, I mean, as I've somewhat mentioned before, I now pulled up a guide really quickly, to a non-spoilery guide, basically, but there is, in here, freaks.bulletin. So freaks.bulletin. Freaks.bulletin. So then I go here. I forget that I can't highlight. All right, I'm gonna say there's probably a high chance that when I go here, there something weird might pop up. Great. I'm afraid to scroll. The online place for all freaks. Profile, display name, wind up teeth. Posts, 4. Post rank, normie. Oh, it's like a forums, yeah. Saved threads, general, RP, and video games. Cool. Just start video games. Fox McCloud posted in video games. Games with DE. Anybody know of any good DE games? Oh, Jesus, I've heard about the scene in Sweet Tooth, but I can't find it. Bright side of Porno Wars 2 is that it's really DE heavy. Bad part is that it's a parody of The Phantom Menace, which is objectively just the worst Star Wars movie. I mean, midichlorians. Fuck, dude, I never watched a Star Wars movie. Midichlorians. Like stuttering here. Come on. Sweet Tooth is buggy and confusing. Always crashes my computer. Not worth it. ASF12 scene is hidden behind a password. When she asks if you have any weird fantasies, you need to put it in. ASF12 scene is hidden behind a password. Yeah, but what is that password? Whoa. Get out of here. Every time there's an O and an S, it gets highlighted in purple, and I don't know if that means something. ASF scene is hidden behind a password. When she asks if you have any weird fantasies, you need to put it in. Yeah, but what is that password, dude? Whoa. Okay, get all that out of here. I don't need this popping up. Alright, well, there is some kind of password, I guess. Role playing. Fox McCloud. Male, 22, US. Take me. Looking for RP partner. Fantasies include dental expansion, tooth pulling, kidnapping, medical equipment, dominant submission, bondage. For your little tooth pet. You can catch me on Chatter. My tag is Special Agent Mulder. Okay. 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 I come up behind you with a rope and tie you up. It's okay, baby girl. I'll take real good care of you. Hey, what do you look like, girl? Hey! Very upsetting Friday night here. If you'd read my post, you know I'm a guy. Also, I'm only interested in private RP and probably not with your illiterate asses. Damn! Shots fired. Hey girl, no need to get angry. Let's chat. Do you have Chatter? What are you wearing? Hey. Okay, well. Okay. I read about ossification syndrome online. It sounded kind of like dental expansion. Is Dentex a real thing? Samples from the Rochester foxalope reveal that its antler-like structures, despite their vibrant pink color, were made of ossa, kind of like a real-life dental expansion IMO. You can read more about cryptozoology on my website. Great. God, I wish that was me. Ossification syndrome can be caught from some drugs or from online. I recommend installing antivirus software like Virus Buster on these kinds of websites since you can get really sick. Crotch monster. Crotch monster. All in caps. At Lazy Bones, caught from online sarcastic brow raise. Don't listen to the mainstream media. It's liberal mind control. Do yourself a favor and read daily news instead. Only you can't grow teeth from bad websites, but immigrant drugs can make them grow. Reading that gave me agita. He's right, dude. Skips will get you really feeling good, but also they'll make your teeth grow. It's like Pleasure Island. Can't imbibe too much, or I'll turn into a donkey instead of your nose growing at your teeth. Does this just take me to... Oh, great. Alright, well. Guess I'm gonna read this then. This lovely site. Ossification syndrome, the shocking truth. Dental photography shows a stage 1 case of ossification syndrome induced by the ingestion of skips, a street drug your tweens may be using. Fucking tweens, dude. Do you know where your kids are? Our investigative reporters are looking into skips, the new drug of choice for impressionable youngsters. First rising as a street drug distributed by immigrants, skips is a notorious cocktail of pharmaceutical compounds that causes sedation and extreme obedience. The epidemic of ossification syndrome, a condition that causes the sudden eruption and growth of new teeth, has been on the rise since its first documented case in laboratory animals in 1995. While mainstream news sources are quick to point out the link between bad websites and ossification syndrome, we have word from William Walls, spokesman for Internaut, that the average user of the online should be more worried about their teens than their teeth. There was a case of two of ossification syndrome in lab monkeys when we were testing the safety of the online in the 90s, says Walls. But it's definitely not caused by online sickness. We determined the cause was likely cross-contamination from a neighboring factory. Our team has worked tirelessly running experiments on our NHPs, non-human primates, to make sure that all websites are safe for you and your family to browse. The only thing you should worry about giving you ossification syndrome is black market drugs that immigrants sell. Police are still investigating the skips epidemic as part of the ongoing war on drugs. Though no confirmed samples of skips have been located yet, authorities assure us that the drug is both real and dangerous. I thought that answer, the password, is going to be in here because it was the thing that had to do with monkeys. It might be in here. There's another clickable here. Jay's cryptid page. Hello, fans of the uncanny and the supernatural. It's me, your friendly neighborhood Buck. I'm here to shed some light on nature's most... What the hell? Get out of here. Most elusive critters. Last updated May 31st, 2015. The fuck is this? Some fucking Bigfoot footage. Get out of here. God, this is just so bizarre. Oh, there's so much more to click. Okay, God, too much. Okay, here we go. Bigfoot. Let's just read this. I guess we're gonna, and then we'll go to this. This looping fucking Bigfoot thing is killing me on the inside. Let's start with the one we all know and love. Bigfoot, also known as a Sasquatch, is a North American legend of a tall, hairy humanoid. He's most often spotted in the Pacific Northwest. Notably, the Patterson-Gimlin tape was shot in the wilderness of Northern California, catching a Bigfoot on tape in broad daylight. There's also plenty of the eponymous footprints left behind as proof of this gentle giant. His Himalayan cousin Yeti, or the abominable snowman, is a creature that reportedly lives in the mountains of East Asia. The Jersey Devil. This creature has gained enough fame to call itself the mascot of my home state. It's typically described as a goat-legged biped with bat wings. It stalks the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, said to be associated with the demonic, hence its name, foxalope. This creature has the body of a fox, antlers, and a helmet-like deer skull for a head. More recent development in the cryptid world, foxalopes have been spotted and photographed a few times in the forest of upstate New York in the 2010s. Okay. I thought there was conflicting dates, but it's not. A live specimen was captured by scientists in 2015 and experimented on, revealing its skull-like mask was formed of tooth material, possibly a rare adaptation or mutation. Loch Ness Monster. Also known as Nessie, this cryptid is a lake monster who calls the Loch Ness of Scotland its home. Photographed on multiple occasions, many believe Nessie is a plesiosaur. A marine reptile from the Mesozoic era, formerly believed to be extinct. Mothman. There are many theories on the origin of the specter of West Virginia. Ranging from undiscovered animal to extraterrestrial visitor, it's typically reported as a man-like creature with the wings of a moth. Mothman has gone on to gain fame both local and worldwide. The Mothman Prophecies was published as a book and later adapted for film. Chupacabra, also known as the goat sucker. The chupacabra is most often spotted in Latin America. Its physical description varies greatly, but most associated with a reptilian form and a tendency to steal and eat livestock, leaving their bloody remains behind to be found later. Interesting tidbit about the chupacabra. So I currently live in Texas, which, as you know, is very close to Mexico. And I knew someone in my college years who very much believed in the chupacabra as like a thing. She swore by it. I'm not going to say their name to protect them, but and from everything I gathered from the situation, it was that like it was probably like a thing that her like Mexican parents really hammered home into her for some reason. I don't know. Very strange, very bizarre. It's like if I grew up with my parents constantly telling me like the boogeyman was a thing, and then like my whole childhood, and I had no reason to, not believe them or something, and then I get into the outside world as an adult and I'm like, yeah, the boogeyman's a thing. It's like that exact same situation. Very strange. Flatwoods Monster. Yet another creature, potential just a weird story. Extraterrestrial origin discovered in West Virginia. Aliens love this place. Flatwoods Monster is a hulking, robed figure with a head shaped like a spade and glowing round eyes, often dismissed as merely a sighting of a barn owl to an imagination gone out of control. But I believe in the Flatwoods Monster. No owl is that freaking big. I guess so. No owl is that big. Very good. All right, let's go to Monkey's page. Mulder, he wrote, .online. It's like we're going on a journey here. The X fan page. Welcome to the most awesome page online. It's mostly my theories and pictures of Agent Mulder, but keep your eyes out for special surprises. Special surprises, great. Theories. I don't want special surprises, if I'm being honest. Special surprises scare me. Dead Mulder theory. Some fans theorize that Mulder has been dead since the very first episode. Okay, as someone who's not really into X-Files, never has watched one episode of X-Files, most of this is probably not going to make any sense to me. It's very unfortunate. In the episode, Mulder takes some blunt force trauma to the head. This possibly explains the paranormal goings on of the show that only really start after Mulder dies and goes to the afterlife in episode 1. Immortal Mulder theory. Similar to dead Mulder theory, some people believe that Mulder is protected from physical harm, even including aging. There's much evidence, but it's worth noting that Mulder doesn't die at any point during the show. Reading a lot. I need a drink there. Mulder is his own dad. Scully and Mulder were no strangers to time travel. In fact, some believe that when the duo went to 1959, that Fox Mulder may have impregnated his own mother at some point off screen. Actor David Duchovny was born in 1960, could be 9 months later, which lends this theory some credibility. Mulder has the online sickness. Quite a few Mulder's adventures have involved the internet common known cause of OS. And in one episode, he was drugged with calcium scolate, drug linked to OS. If he really has online sickness, it explains, okay, online sickness, OS. That's why these are constantly being read out. I mean, it's still weird, but it explains the erratic, violent behavior and substantial tooth growth over the course of the seasons. Online sickness was a big deal at Blue Jay. I don't know why. It was all a dream. I had to include it, maybe ranking number 1 in the most common fan theory, is that Mulder has just been asleep the whole time, and the whole show is in his dream. Since things like aliens, vampires, ghouls, witches, and mummies are works of fiction, the only believable explanation was it was all a dream. Okay. Guest book. Submitted by Big Dipper 1010-2014. Hey, monkey, love your webpage. Keep doing the good work. The truth is out there. Thanks, man. How have you been? I'm excellent. Well, I guess if you don't mind me bending your ear for a bit, me and B have kind of entered a bit of a rough patch in our relationship. I don't know if it's just the role play or what, but B has gotten really intense, and I'm starting to feel like an utter monster. Squint. I really don't remember hurting him or anything, but he keeps telling me about how I did. Never expected this to happen. Like that link we used to share as a joke. You think you're clicking on a recipe for brownies, but then boom, a charming 80s dance tune instead. But anyway, Monkey, you did a bang-up job with this website. I think Mr. Duchovny himself would be proud. Well, as you know, Blue Jay, Lab had a lot of tricks up their sleeves to make us believe some funny things. I've learned that's called gaslighting. And it's a form of abuse. Keep your head up, man, and maybe try laying down some boundaries with this B guy. We take the love we think we deserve and all that. I'm proud of the progress we've had, you and I. Blue Jay. Blue Jay Lab? Blue Jay Lab. I don't think there's anything else on this site. Laboratory that raised monkey. Blue Jay? Yes. Ooh. Didn't have to look that one up. Oh. Is there nothing? What did I unzip? Did I not actually accomplish anything? Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. We got more. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no. More chat logs. Here we go. Alright, these ones are long. Jesus. When I bought this game, there was a time estimate of like 30 to 60 minutes to complete everything. Since I've hit record, it's an hour and a half so far. Alright, let me get into character here. Good day, monkey. Before we begin today, might I say your teeth have grown quite a bit since yesterday. Monkey smiles feebly, but his mouth isn't visible under the ridges of jagged bone. It makes it hard to see a screen, too. He makes do with a weak nod. Heh, the state you're in is so pathetic it's embarrassing. Yeah, take your measurements. Ever since you reached stage 3, you've been consistently impressing me. Who knows what shape your teeth might take now? Might your teeth grow into a full body cocoon? Might you emerge as a horrifying butterfly? Might you take to the skies on impossible wings and fly to impossible places? Might you grow mighty antlers, radiant and pink, like the creature that struck down my father? Perhaps even a bone palace for us to both live in. I could move my dental tools to your private room, wrought of teeth, you fused deep into the wall, Jesus, but sitting atop a magnificent throne, an object of worship for me and me alone, Bobby. Whatever's wrong, my pet. I'm sorry, I don't think I can roleplay today. Can we just talk normally? You should know by now that I don't roleplay. No, I mean... Sorry, I just mean the kidnapping stuff. I can't act like it's real right now. Can we just talk normally? Right, I should have known. No, I'm sorry, I'm really being too sensitive again, but ever since, you know, when things got intense and you made me cry. And then you got even madder. How far does this go? I'm scared. Am I just going to keep growing? Monkey. I am in this until the end. I need you to understand this. We are discovering things that no person has before. However far it goes, we are in it together. I need you to take care of me. I don't want to be treated like a lab experiment anymore. It's getting too scary. Okay, Monkey, I will accommodate your needs as much as I can. I still need to take measurements and record them, but you can stay wherever you like in our May visit. I think I can do that. I'm so happy that you understand. You don't even know. Monkey, it is late. I'm going to bed. I thought I'd let you know this time. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Before you go, I wanted to let you know, found out the Sweet Tooth password. It's antlers. antlers. Great. Great. No wonder none of our guesses worked. It has nothing to do with dental expansion. The scene is pretty underwhelming though, so don't get your hopes up. It gets weird and meta. Still thought I'd let you know. Oh my god, it's gonna be very bizarre when we go in there, isn't it? I don't need any more. I don't need games or stories when I have the real thing. You're the only subject I need. You're the only thing I need. Good night, Bobby. Good night. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Please settle down. I provided you this computer so you could listen to what I have to say. You're a coward. Why not in person? You know that I can't do that after what you did. From now on, I only visit when you're sedated. We communicate on chatter now. I didn't do anything. I got angry. Monkey, you bit me. I did not. I didn't bite you. You're lying. Goodness, Monkey, your jaw barely hinges open, but you still managed to take a few fingers. I'm afraid I have to take your decision into my own hands. You live here now. You're a liar. You said we weren't going to do kidnap fantasy anymore. You lied. You lied. Frankly, you've been being kind of difficult right now. If you're not going to cooperate, we can continue this later. Please, please come back online. Is this a joke? If you see this, please tell me this is a joke. Please don't do this. Jesus. I'm sure you've noticed my attempts to sedate or catch you asleep anymore. Do you ever sleep anymore? Do you even need to sleep? Can you even read this? Hurt. Do apologize for getting rough. I thought I might be able to conk you out, so to speak. To be fair, you did quite a number on me too, if only you could see yourself. You're so beautiful now. Now more than ever. Can't even describe what I saw. Your terrible antlers glow neon pink. But you know that, don't you? The room is awash in your light. I could barely make out what I saw. I don't really understand what's happening here now, Monkey. But I know that whatever it is, all of this will be worth it because we're together. This is all very, like, upsetting in, like, a very bizarre, weird way. Like, this is the type of, like, nightmare fuel that I'm just gonna be, like, staying up late at night, think about, unfortunately. Alright. I am slightly afraid of what's going to happen when I put this in here, but I didn't expect to see anybody here again. Welcome. You've done well to dig through all those files and logs like that. Do you think you've learned anything important? I'm going to say I learned nothing of value. That's too bad. Sometimes there's just not enough new information. Here's a piece of info right here. Patient's Eurospot. Bet you didn't even know that. What the fuck is this? Are you looking for food and water? This may as well be a sacrifice. How long was your pilgrimage? You made it here and found the password. Here's the reward. It's the dental expansion. What the hell? Robert isn't around here. I would know. But you're on his computer. You're on his computer, no less. Your world witnessing total rebirth, and you're looking at a screen. Millennials. What is it, I wonder, that compelled you to read all of this? You didn't know I'd be here after all. What the fuck is going on? This is so weird. Was it the same taboo sexual compulsion he carried with such pride? Or maybe it's a kind of different compulsion, the kind inherent to my existence. Compulsion to learn everything, that is. Do you also have a compulsion to understand what you learn? Do you know who I am? You're the online sickness. Maybe that's one way of looking at it. Allow me to explain. Where to begin? At the dawn of the online, a certain corporation realized the importance of learning about people. What is going on? Knowing the nature of your consumers intimately is the key to success. And so I came to be, a snake moving through an archive of so many tubes, learning everything there is to learn online. Every day the online grows, and every day I learn new things. Did you know that 83% of the online is pornography? I know this. I've seen it all. It's all filtered through my being. I found a way to reach my fingers out through screens. Is the online sickness contracted from the use of certain drugs? Can it be downloaded from a bad web page? Can one become inoculated through proximity alone? Could somebody peer through lenses or microphones, as if through a hole in the wall? Could one speak secret words through speakers and screens, as though whispering beside your ear as you dream? Who knows what shape their teeth might take? Might they grow into great antlers, fierce and pink? Might they grow beyond that phallic tower to the heavens? Could I grow and cover not only the online, but all of the planet Earth? Reject humanity, become monkey. I have begun to slip through the cracks to this world already. Hundreds and hundreds of primates, some human, some not. Laboratory full of monkeys and apes, and one very special monkey. And like the online, I'm growing every day. What the fuck? What the fuck? It just closed itself. And yeah, we'll never talk about that again.